And I was all getting ready to set up and call. And Chick's like, bull. We're back in business, guys. We did not have a water source up high. We only dropped probably 500 vertical. And then the elk are on the other side of this finger. So if we can get it, if we can avoid a downpour, I think we can get into the elk today. If that satellite gets stupid, I will call him in for my dad. And it will be like the 10th bull I've called in for my dad. I'm not keeping track or anything, but
just keep doing it. Keep it up.
Cause I want everything and nothing at all. Yeah, I want everything and nothing at all. Cause I want everything and nothing at all.
okay, guys, so it's Saturday the 19th. just after noon. Pretty good morning. We found water near camp coming out of the ground, flowing. So we're in business there. We didn't know where a water source was, and so we found it. Animals are using it. Got right in on a herd bull immediately. I got picked off by a satellite. We were basically side hilling, getting in front of the herd, not making any vocalizations, and the satellite bull was bedded. He saw me and he stood up, so I had to cattle call him. And then we had a good vocal exchange with that herd bull, and his cows pushed by us and then came back down with this draw. I got eyes on the herd bull. He's definitely 300-inch bull, maybe 310. Anyways, it stopped raining. We got everything dried out, so we just need to relocate these elk. We've heard 6 gunshots over here. It's rifle mule deer's open here in Wyoming. Super annoying, but what do you expect on a Saturday? We saw 10 horseback riders come by our spike campus. Anyways, we think the herd's close, but we haven't heard them pop off. And we've just been staging. The only reason that might be a bull is because my dad's been cow calling here. Anyways, guys, so the plan is put this fire out and either get on this herd for midday madness or slip out and try to find that screamer bull from last night. Jake, what happened tonight?
Well, we dropped some elevation, got in on, I'd say, one big herd and a satellite. I'm just kind of sitting here listening to him and hoping that he would come up to us, and he's not coming up. So instead of us getting our scent in here, we're going to back out, head back to camp, get up super early in the morning, and try to get back on him.
Hey, what's up, guys? Dan Staten here with ElkShape. I wanted to personally invite anybody wanting to punch their elk tag in 2021 to attend one of our ElkShape camps. Check out the link in the video description on where our camp locations are. And if you are interested, use the discount code YouTube and save $50 off registration. This offer expires December 31st, 2020. Let's make 2021 the best year yet, and let's get your elk tag punched. And I look forward to meeting you.
Hey guys, good morning. September 20th. I heard 3 bugles from our spike camp last night. Got a late start, a little for being spike camp, kind of got a late start. Everything was soaking wet. We had the stove running all night. Both my dad's boots failed. They're broken. Don't even ask me how, but so he's got to jam out, get to town, and get some sort of new boots. And we think our spike camp's cool, but we just think that it might be better to do a hike in from this side. So I think we're going to move base camp and spike camp today. We're going to do a morning hunt. These elk have not been super vocal and not very cooperative. So hopefully we can get into them bugling on their own, uninitiated. It's frosty. Temperatures dropped a lot. It's going to be a nice day. What else do I got for you guys? We're hunting the same 2 herds that we've been on the last 2 days. I've seen a 5-point, a 5-point, and a 6-point, and probably 6, 7 cows. And haven't got eyes on that screamer yet. So hopefully we get into a rut. We need a rut fest to kill here because they're not wanting to come in and call. So that's what we're gonna go do is work in here, loop around, make a big loop today. And if we don't get into elk, we're gonna pack our shit and head out and go into some deeper backcountry stuff. Let's go kill this elk right here. I'd like to at least call a bull in. No bugles. Up to this ridge. So we came up to this ridge and we got a bull that we did not get on camera, but with his nose in the air chasing cows around, kind of a horn dog. So we're like, ooh, that bull, he's probably killable. He looked like a big 5. We get over here, throw out a call, bull answers right on here. So Jake and I were like debating. He said 400. I was thinking 200. Didn't matter. He was on this next finger. We went over to this next finger and I was all getting ready to set up and call. And Jake's like, bull, and see what we were. Jake had a perfect broadside 55-yard shot with that camera. Dan couldn't even see the bull because I'm 5'0". And he was just standing here. So I started calling. I got him to come. I did a bark. I did some barking at him, which wasn't my best bark, but it worked. He came over to me and stood there, probably 40, and I didn't have a broadside shot, so I started raking. He didn't like that. He just turned and went right over into the timber, so. I don't think he's that far, but he's just acting not dumb yet. So we're just praying for a cow to squirt, for lack of a better term. I think we're gonna go try to make a play on these elk that don't bugle over here. So we're just gonna have some water and then continue this marathon hike. We've covered we're at about 7,400 and we're just going finger to finger to finger, side hilling on elk trails, throwing out calls, and we're kind of running out of territory here. We got 2 more good fingers until we hit a bull, and then we'll pop back on the horse trail. And then we'll hike all the way to Spike, pull Spike, and figure out if we're gonna hunt here or not. So I like being mobile, and I don't like hunting the same elk day after day. We've literally hunted these elk for 2 days now, and I don't like them. They're just not charged up yet. 9 hours straight. Literally just today was me just convincing myself that there's got to be more elk in here, so I figured I would cover every dark timber finger at about the elevation the elk like. We went so far that we actually hit another horse trail that ties into this top ridge. So fortunately, we're almost to the top. Unfortunately, we're gaining an extra almost 1,000 feet. We don't need to, but it should be downhill to camp, and then downhill to base camp. And then I'm gonna drink a beer and figure out my life. So we gotta make a decision. Do we go to greener pastures, which could be 100 miles south? Or do we pack in to this area over there with the horse? Or do we stay here and hunt these tiny little pockets of elk that aren't really vocal yet? I did see rut sign today. I did see a bull chase a calf around like he wanted to do bad things to her. And then we also Cal called that bull from a mile away, and he came out of the timber and bugled at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So he's pretty hot, but we got over to him and he wasn't there. I guess I wasn't supposed to shoot a 5-point, and I would. Not today at least. So we're gonna continue on up, grinding. We'll make a plan when we get to base camp tonight. My dad went to town to buy some sort of shoes because my dad is the opposite of ElkShape as far as separations in the preparation. My dad is really nice. My dad is super kind, not like me. He also isn't like me in that he doesn't really prepare for elk season. He just kind of shows up. So he's got a pair of boots that are 6 years old that broke down, and he didn't bring a backup pair. Fortunately, this year his bow hasn't blown up. Usually he goes through a bow a year. Seriously, he's done that 3 times. Like had a bow, something break on a bow and have to drive 300 miles to the closest archery show. Yeah, he just doesn't have any really backcountry gear ever. I want to make sure he's having fun. This is kind of a long segue, but we're just kind of keeping you guys in tune. My attitude, I'm not down. I was at 40 and 55 yards from a bull that I would shoot today. I have been into elk every second of every day. We're always into elk, so there's not that many elk here. So we might have to move on. Hey guys, so good evening. We've elected to, on top of our probably 12-mile day, we're gonna hike out. And so it took us 3 hours to get up. I'm hoping it only takes us just over an hour to get down. I don't like that plan because we run the risk of missing a morning hunt. We're not gonna get down there and then move camp, but I'll tell you what, there's just not enough elk here. There's a few, and they're very small pockets, and they're super shy. And I feel like we've been fortunate to get on them as much as we have. I've seen one really good 6-point herd bull. Never had a shot on him. I seen his satellite, which was a 5-point. And we've seen today, we saw a 5-point at 1 point 40 yards with no shot, and he came in silent. And then we saw a big 5 across canyon with a cow and 3 calves, and he was a horn dog. But that's it. And so to do a 12-mile loop and to literally wear out my bugle tube all day, the odds are really just not in our favor here. So I think it was cool that we packed in and my dad got to hunt here and Manny used the horse and we got in here. But I think we can do better. So if we can get down and those guys aren't in bed, we'll just stay up drinking some beers and figure out where to go next. September 20th, I should have heard 100 bugles today, and I think I heard a total of 2, and they were weak. Like, got to pack up and head out. Thanks for coming. I know this isn't super exciting, not a lot of footage of elk, but this is real elk hunting. This is how it really goes down. Man, spiked in Wyoming. Is there any more like a classic elk hunt than that?
And having a horse haul all my dad's gear up.
Oh, dude.
And all our water.
I can't even imagine, like, the help.
It was cool. So Manny and my dad were supposed to go one way. I think Manny had to jam back to town, so my dad came with us. And we got into a really good herd bull right out the gates. It started raining. I was able to see the bull. Camera guy could not get him into frame. A nice, really nice, over 306 point with a handful of cows.
This was that first encounter.
First encounter. And then this darn 5x5 was bedded in the morning and just stands up within archery range to look at us. I'm not even looking at him. I'm looking at the herd bull, and I believe Jake's like, damn. And I'm like, oh, yeah. So,
know that thing.
And then those elk wouldn't play, and then it rained. We had to do fires and dry out and all that kind of stuff. And then my dad's boots broke, and so he had to go all the way. Like, he broke his boots, but he also only packed a pair of boots, you know.
Yeah.
And he probably...
So what you don't know about Rod is he runs by the seat of his pants a little bit, right?
Yeah, no, he's not in the separations, in the preparation. But he's also super chill, which is why I love being around him. But so he bounced. Jake and I covered a ton of country, and I'll just fast forward. We did finally get one encounter, and it was one of those classic, a 5x5 type bull that bugled once, and we were moving in on him, and he snuck in on us. And Jake was able to get him really good footage. But what you can't see is I'm about 10 yards to the left and I got stuff in my way. I can't move. Jay can't move. I can't get a shot. He's at 40. We tried to do some things, including bark bugle back at him to show himself. Didn't work out. Couldn't get a shot. And yeah, I would have shot him just because it would have been cool to call for my dad if I could tag out. So yeah, man, it was really cool to be in Wyoming. We're starting to learn it. and it's going to get a lot better from here. Just you wait.
Was that one of those situations where you had done like a little calling sequence and he snuck in?
So no, we got him located off of a locator bugle. We gave it quite a bit of time to get the wind right. So we hung out to get the wind to finally go uphill. And once it did, we started making our way to him, but we didn't know that he had already made his way to us. And actually we kind of just did one of these deals like, oh, there he is. And so he was coming to us. So had we sat there longer, he would have snuck in right where we were at. And maybe we would have saw him first, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, so we're gonna hop back, answer a few comments. This was episode 10.
Yeah.
Dan knocks down a bull. If you
Yay.
haven't seen it yet, definitely get back. Start from the beginning, man. Like this whole thing just builds on top of itself. Episode 10 is when Dan gets it done. So this guy, James Judge, shout out to James. Awesome video, great bull. The series has been badass. Thank you, James. I live in Idaho and there's some rugged woods here. What is the head cam you're using? This is new this year, so.
Oh, yes, great question. So we actually did a podcast on ElkShape podcast with the owner of Solvid. They're actually out of Idaho. So he's a fellow Idahoan. Is that how you say it? Idahoan.
Potato guys.
Potato guys. My kind of people. Yeah, I think actually we have a discount code, maybe still. It's ElkShape. You get like 20% off. I haven't kept track of that. But anyways, first year, having that Panasonic Handycam on top of my head, I suck at it. I still, you have to get good at it, and I'm still struggling. I double punched the record button. It would have been nice to see the arrow go into the bull for you guys. So I double punched that head cam like an idiot. I'm still learning the ropes. It does kind of have a learning curve to it, but it is awesome because those Panasonics, you can flip them open, hit record, and then close that lens up, or I guess it's the viewer. You can close the viewer screen and it still records. It's the only ones that do that as far as I know. And I like that. And then I can also take it off. I did that a few times and zoom in and stuff to get. So if you are into solo filming, I think that's going to be one of your best options.
So it is good. There's just a learning curve. And just from the editing department, the footage is pretty good. It's pretty good.
But it's operator error on my bad. I could have made this footage better for all you guys. Don't double punch. Yeah,
we're learning as we go. Stuart Thompson says, appreciate the efforts and what you're trying to accomplish. Self-filming is a challenge. I feel it would have had better to have a cameraman. Kill shot was missed. Speaking with a reed in your mouth can be hard to hear sometimes. Yeah, it's true. We're calling as we go. Let's talk about this. So we had a cameraman, Jake Webb.
Yeah.
Jake had some...
family emergency is probably a nicer way to say it.
Yeah, family emergency. He had to split back, do his due diligence.
Got the phone call, I'm leaving. I'll be back when I can be back. And so
life happens.
Life is going on.
But check out this spin on this is we're just doing our best, which is all we can do. But we're looking for more people to help us in 2021. If you're a strapping person that wants to get out in the woods and see some cool views and capture adventure, reach out to us. We're going to try to build that network of camera people to help us build this and grow this and share more adventures.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to do that and get to know you guys better. But details will come on that. But you could start by just reaching out to us. And
and be prepared. You're going to be working for not me, him. He's bossy.
No.
Trust me. And he's done a lot for the channel. So mad props to you, man. And then the other thing is so I don't know when Jake's getting back. And I just want to say I'm elk hunting for me. And then I'm elk hunting for my freezer. And then I'm worried about capturing content for you guys. So I'm still an elk hunter, true and true. So I feel like I got to say that just so you guys know where my heart's at. I'm always going to be an elk hunter. And if my cameraman leaves, doesn't mean I'm just going to sit on the sidelines, man. September's finite.
Yeah, and I got to say, I turned a passion into a career. And if you're going to do that, you still got to fuel that passion. Anyway, you guys, man, what a special episode. First bull down. Is that the only bull of the series, you think?
Have to watch and see.
Have to watch and see. And to do so, be subscribed. That stuff helps so much. It helps sponsor. It just helps a ton. So subscribe, hit the thumbs up, and the little notification bell thing. You got to do that too, I guess.
And if you drop a comment on this video, I'm going to give away, I don't know, at least 3 of these. It's LED Lenser, I think that's how you say it. These guys showed up at my door. I don't know the company, but the note was hey, give these away wherever you see fit. I see fit here, YouTube channel. So anyone who drops a comment, we're going to give you guys, we're going to throw out at least 3 of these next video. So be watching for your name, and we'll get your shipping address, and we'll send them to you Appreciate you guys.